Generally C++, it's a programming language, it's a mid-level language, you can say, the mid-level language, or you can say it's a higher version of C. So the name itself, it says C++, is additional. So there are some additional features given to the programming language, that is C. And we used to say this is an object-oriented programming language. So I'm not going in detail about the object-oriented programming language because I wanted to explain about the program. Right. Now we'll give you a small idea about the programming structure on C++ and how to do how to start the programs, writing programs. Right. Include files and global declarations. यहाँ पे here you can declare the variables and the functions which you wanted to make it as a global, so that if you are making it as global, this variables and the functions you can use throughout the program. And return type main function. So main function is the area where you can write all the variables, or you can write all the functions, or you can define all the functions, and you can do certain operations in this main functions. And once it is done, the operation has been done, then this function has to return some value to the other users through this return statement. Now a simple program I will write, and I will explain you what are the features in this. Right. It's a simple program which will display the statement called welcome to programming in the output window. Now I will just explain you the steps, how to write a program and where to write a program, and what are the steps to be taken to get the output. So in this editor you need to type the program. So this program, the same way you need to type in this editor, and this program has to be compiled. So what is said to be a compile, right? Converting your program, the English language program, into your machine language program. So what is converting? Why we are converting this program? Because the computer, as we know, the computer understands only zeros and ones. So we need to write the program and we need to give instructions to the compiler in zeros and ones only. So the compiler does this job, converting your program, the English language program, into a machine language program, right? So where it will give, this compiler will give the output. This is said to be an object file, right? So the object file is a mix-up of the binary language and the code, the data functions which you are given, and it will be mixed up with the binary language. So that is said to be the object file. This object file will be given to the linker. Linker is said to be an area where the object file, the data and the functions will be linked together. The predefined functions will be linked together through this linker, and then it will be loaded into the memory, right? It will be loaded into the memory, and then from memory the output will be given, the program ka output will be given into that output window, right? So this is all about the steps, the basic steps about the programming. So it's not simply you are typing the program in the editor and gets the output. It's nothing like this. You have to do certain steps. First you need to compile the program, right? So compiler is said to be a software. These three are all said to be a system software, right? Again I am coming to this software. So software is said to be a collection of programs which do certain job, right? Which do only certain job. It won't create, or it won't assign something new, right? So that is said to be a software. So it does only the task which is assigned and which is defined in this particular area, right? So this is all about the steps that you need to perform, right? Now coming back to this program. So first line, it always starts with #include header, #include angostream.h. If you go to the syntax, I have mentioned include files. Include files is nothing but the files which we are including for the program, right? Which file we are including. If you see here, .h. So this .h refers, is a header file, right? This is header file. Now first we'll start with this hash symbol. Hash symbol, it denotes this is a preprocessor statement. This is also to be preprocessor directories. So that means include is a keyword which is including the header file which is located in the system, right? So IO stream is input and output stream. IO stream is input and output stream. Now #include, next line, #include conio.h. Conio means console input and output, right? Console input and output. This is only input and output. Console is nothing but the monitor. So through the monitor, whatever values that you are taking, input to the program and giving to the output window, that is all defined in this header files. Now coming back to header file. So what is said to be a header file and what will be there in the header file? Right, header file is nothing but a program. It's a program which consists of the program definitions, the function definitions. Right, the function which has been already defined. The function has been already defined with some task. So the task has been defined in this header file. Right, so that header file we have to include in the program. So then what we can do? The header file mein whatever program or whatever functions we have defined, that functions we can call in this main function. Right. So now again and again I am using the term word called function. What is function? Right. Function, don't confuse with any other terms. Function is nothing but a collection of statement to perform some task. Right. Function is said to be a collection of program which used to perform some task. That's it. So here, as I told you, there are some predefined functions, right? The predefined functions which has been already defined, the task has been already defined. You are just calling the function. So when you call the functions, the work will be assigned in this particular area. The task will be assigned in this particular area. So then the task will be executed, right? Coming back to the next line, void and main. As I told, as I written in this syntax, general syntax, return type and main function. So void is said to be a return type. So what is return type? Return type means the value which is coming outside from the function, right? The value which is coming outside from the function is said to be a return type. Say for example, if I ask you some question, what is the value, what is the result for 2 plus 5, right? So what output you will give? You will give 7, right? So I am just calling you as a function, right? You are a function, the function work has been already defined, that is addition, right? So whatever value I am giving it to you, right? The value you will take it as an input and you will perform something, the task you will perform and you will give back to the main function, the where it is called, the function where it is called, and the value I will get from you, right? Right. So the value, which type of value I am getting it, that matters a lot. So it may be a integer value or it may be a character value or it may be a decimal number. So these are the only 3 values which we are using in the program, right? One is what? The whole number, and the other one is a character, and the other one is a decimal number, right? So based on this type of the value, I have to specify which type of value this function is returning. This function is giving output, right? So if I mention void, that means null. So this function is not returning any type of value, right? You got it? This function is not returning any type of value to anywhere. So that's why I mentioned void, right? And then main. Main is said to be a function name, right? Main is said to be a function name. This is a major function. It does the major task in the function, right? It's a keyword also, right? And then it has to start with the curly braces, right? The statements which is enclosed in the curly braces, that is all said to be the body of the function. Right. So coming back to the next line, that is CLRSCR. CLRSCR, this is clear screen, right? Clear screen. Again I am telling you, this is said to be a built-in function. Built-in function means what? Yeah, the function ka work has been already defined in the header file, that is said to be built-in function. So this function work has been defined already. Where it has been defined? It has defined in this header files. So which header files it has been defined? Yeah, so this you're clearing the screen, that means you're dealing with the monitor, right? That is console. So in this console input output header file, the clear screen function definition will be exist, right? You're getting my point. So that means what? You're just calling this function. So when you call this function, this definition will be executed from this comment. Got it? Is it clear, everyone? Yeah. Then cout. Cout is nothing but console out. Again, console is said to be a monitor, right? Out is said to be giving output, right? Output stream, right? Here, out means output stream, right? So, regarding the streams, input stream or output stream, that means what you are taking input, the program is taking input, so that is input stream, and the program is giving output, that is output stream. So, where the program will give the output, the program will give an output in the output window, right? And from where the program will take the input, the program will take the input in the output window. You got it? Is it clear, everyone? Right. So cout, then followed by, what is this then? Why we need to use this symbol? Right? This is said to be insertion operator. Right? This is used to insert some value. This is used to put some value in the output window. Right? This is used to put some value in the output. What type of value it will put? It will put any type of value which has been enclosed in the curly braces. Right? Which has been enclosed in the curly braces, that value will be displayed in the output window. Right? Then finally get ch. That means get character. You have to get some character to terminate the program. You have to get some character. The program has to get some character to terminate the program. So you need to terminate the program at any cost. So to terminate, you need to get some value. Again, if you are not using the get ch, right? If you are not using the get ch, what will happen? The program will be compiled. The program will be compiled. Right? Listen properly. The program will be compiled, and then it will give the output window. It will go to the output window, it will display the output window, right? Immediately it will come back to the editor, right? When? If you are not given this get ch. Why it is happening such way? Right? If it is coming to this program in the output window, the output window will be displayed for some time. That means what? The program has not yet terminated, right? The program has not yet terminated until it get the value, right? That is what I told you. To terminate the function, right? To terminate the program, you need get ch, right? Is it clear? Is there any doubt? Right. So get ch function will get a value, any type of value, any character or any numerals, any type of value it will get. So once this function receives the value from the keyboard, it will terminate, right? So the braces which is used to terminate the program, start the program and terminate the program. Now, there are three important things that you need to notice. A semicolon which I have used every line, right? Semicolon which I have used every line. So what is the use of this semicolon? Why I have given this semicolon, right? Now I'm just coming back to this same concept, like I'm going to relate this program, how it will compile. So it will start compile right from the beginning, first character, right? That means this will be converted into the machine language, right from the first character. So when it receives the first character, that is preprocessor directories. Preprocessor directory means what is preprocessor, right? It has been already processed. It has been already compiled, pre-compiled. So no need to compile this program. That is what the header file which I have included. No need to compile that program because it has been already compiled and it is there in the object file format. Right? You are just including it. Got it? Any doubt? Preprocessor, the term word preprocessor? Yes, good. And then same thing, word by character by character it will be compiled. Then it will come to the main function, right? And then it will be converting this character. When it compiler receives this character, this understands the main function is about to start, right? Then clear screen, it will clear the output window, the previous output, it will be cleared in the output window, and you are going to display something new in the output window, right? Then semicolon. Semicolon, when this character received by the compiler, right? When the character received by the compiler, then it understands the line has been terminated, right? In simple way I can say, to terminate a statement, to terminate a line, you need to use a semicolon, right? Now what is it to be a statement? In the general syntax I mentioned a statement. Statement is nothing but a line which is terminated by a semicolon, right? Either words you can say, right? I can say in this way or I can say in this way. Clear? Any doubt? Chalo, copy this. Right. Will I clear this? So for the programming, what are the things you need to understand, right? I will just explain you and I will give you the brief idea about the concepts. Right. These are the major things, or these are the important things you can say to write a program. Right. First of all, we'll start with data type. What is said to be a data type? It defines the type of the data. In the name itself, it is very clear. It defines the type of the data. So what is type and what is data? That is very important. Now type is nothing but the value, right? Where data is nothing but the value. The value is in which format, right? Type is nothing but the format and the data is nothing but the value. So as I told you initially, so there are three types of values which we are going to use. One is whole number, yeah, the decimal number, yeah, then third one, right, character. Right, these three types of values, the major type of values which we are going to use in the program. So that you need to define it, right? That you need to define it. For what and where, right? You need to define for the variable. Now, what is said to be a variable? A variable, it is a place where you can store some value, right? Where you can store some value. Say for example, this is a place, here I can store some value, right? Here, this is a place and here I can store some value. So this is the value of this variable, right? And I'm just assigning, this is nothing but the place in the memory, right? In this memory placement, I'm just assigning the value, right? So the name of the memory place and the reference of the memory place is said to be the variable name, right? The variable name, it refers the value from the memory. operators which is used to do certain arithmetical and logical or any such type of computations. If you wanted to do, then you can use some operators to perform or compute, right? To perform some task or compute some task. Okay. Then control structures, which is used to check or which is used to do certain operations with the help of a conditions. These things I will explain you. Right. These three things I will just explain you. For data type and variable, I will just explain you with a small program. This is a simple program to perform the addition of two numbers, right? As I explained you in the first program, the general syntax of the programs, this is all including the header files and then void main, starting with clear screen. Then this is all said to be the variables. So this is a data type. Right? Data type is nothing but the value, right? Value is in which format that you are going to mention. Right. So here I just mentioned int. Int is nothing but integer. Integer means whole numbers. Right? So this is a variable, right? A variable which consists of the value in which format is in integer format, a whole number format. So it will accept, listen, 5 minutes के बाद, right? number 1, number 2 and number 3, right? These are the three variables to get some values and to do certain operations and display the output, right? So number 1 and number 2 and number 3, these are the three variables. I can separate these variables while initializing using this comma operator. Comma is nothing but an operator which is used to separate, right, the variables. So operator, that is comma. Now see out, enter the values, C in number 1 and number 2. So you are accepting two values from the user, right? C in is nothing but console in, as I explained you in the previous program. Console out, that means the program is giving output to the output window, and as well as the program will take an input from the output window. So C in is nothing but console input stream. The program is taking an input from the output window. Then the value, whatever value you are given in the output window, that values will be initialized to number 1, the variable, right, and number 2, the second variable, right. So this is said to be extraction operator, right? This is extraction operator. That means what? The program is extracting some input. The program is extracting some input from the output window, right? And it will be assigned to number 1 and it will be assigned to number 2. The second value which you are giving in the output window, that will be assigned to number 2, right? So you have two values in the variables, two different values in the variables, right? Now you have a third variable. Now you had a third variable to find the summation of these two different variables, right? So these values will be added together and it will be stored in a different place. Clear? These values, the different memory locations consist of different values. The values will be added together and it will be stored in another place, third place. Third place is nothing but a third variable, right? Now see here, this statement number 3 is equals to number 1 plus number 2. Here, this equals to is said to be an assignment operator, right? This equals to is said to be an assignment operator. I will explain you in detail about the operators in next class. Before that, I will just explain you small things wherever we are getting the operators, right? Equals to number 1 plus number 2. This is said to be an arithmetic operator, right? So these two values will be added and this result, right? Say for example, this is said to be an output window. For example, this is said to be an output window. So it will display like this, enter the values. So suppose if you are entering 15 and 20, right? So this 15 will be initialized to number 1 and this 20 will be initialized to number 2, right? So these both will be added together, right? So 35 will be initialized to, yes, good. This will be initialized to number 3. That means what? Right to left. The value will be taken from the right hand side of the assignment operator and it will be stored in the left hand side. Right? Right hand side is a value, it will be stored in the left hand side, the number 3. Right? And then the next one is end L. End L is nothing but end line. That means what? It will display a new line. Right? Instead of displaying the cursor, when you accept the value from this particular place, the mouse pointer will be located in this particular place, the next character position. Right? Okay, if you wanted to display the output in the next line, then you have to use end L. Got it? End L means new line. It will display in the new line. Next statement, whatever you are giving, that will be displayed in the new line. Right? So what statement you are giving in the next line, that is C out result number 3. Now you need to find out the value which you wanted to display in the output window. Result 35, because this is a variable. See here you find out the difference. Whatever you are given, C out, whatever you are given in double quotes, it will be displayed as it is. And number 3, this is a variable. Don't give it in, don't give this in a double quotes. If you are giving in double quotes, it will be treated as a string. Then you will get the value number 3. You won't get the variable value. If you wanted to display the variable value, you have to give like simply as it is without any quotes. Then it will display the output, right? Then get C question. Clear? Any doubts in today's class? Shall we wind up? Yes, thank you. Yes, you can copy this.